Jey Uso will reunite with Roman Reigns, Jimmy Uso, and major name with a big group hug, WWE legend predicts. Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. For WWE family latest news update, please subscribe the channel and press the bell icon. Jey Uso has turned out to be one of the most popular stars on the entire WWE roster lately. The Intercontinental Champion, who has been on a brilliant run on Raw, was visited by a SmackDown star this week, teasing a massive twist in the Bloodline saga. The story seems to slowly bring back all the original participants from the OG Bloodline. The major name hinted here is the original Wiseman of the faction, Paul Heyman. During this week's edition of WWE Raw, Jey Uso met his twin brother, Jimmy Uso, in his locker room. Though Jey didn't have a warm welcome for his brother, Jimmy wanted to keep the past aside, seemingly wanting the champion to reunite with the Bloodline. During a recent edition of the Busted Open podcast, Bully Ray addressed the backstage interaction between both men. The Hall of Famer stated that the Usos reuniting along with Roman Reigns and Paul Heyman was going to happen. Not only that, but the veteran felt a big group hug between them would be a great way to reunite the original Bloodline. The latest edition of SmackDown featured Jimmy Uso returning alongside Roman Reigns to the Blue brand after a hiatus. But the former noted that the duo were outnumbered against the new Bloodline. Jimmy mentioned that they needed help during his segment with the original tribal chief. However, the latter stated no yeet right after. Though Reigns is not interested in bringing Jey to fight the numbers game, Jimmy Uso is clearly adamant about getting his twin brother back into the ongoing Bloodline story. With fans anticipating a reunion followed by a Bloodline versus Bloodline match at Survivor Series, it would be interesting to see how WWE presents new twists and turns in the storyline. Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins came to the WWE main roster together as part of The Shield. The two have gone their separate ways ever since, and a WWE Hall of Famer recently picked who is the real breakout star between the two men. Booker T has watched Reigns and Rollins performing very closely in the Stanford-based company. He has followed them since their days in NXT, and after they broke onto the scene as part of The Shield on the main roster. Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins became the torchbearers for the Raw and SmackDown brands over the years. While speaking on his Hall of Fame podcast, compared the two superstars' rise in the company. While Booker thought Rollins would become the true breakout star of The Shield, it has been Reigns who has impressed him with his body of work. There is no doubt that the original tribal chief is on another level, and he has done well carrying the Bloodline storyline in WWE for several years. Ultimately defeated Roman Reigns at WrestleMania XL to win the undisputed WWE Universal Championship. To do so, the American Nightmare had to take help from some familiar faces, just like Roman had done countless times. Seth Rollins was among the stars who came out to help Cody in his match against the original tribal chief. The Visionary came out in the Shield's attire with the theme music to distract Reigns and help Rhodes win the match. It will be great to see Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins enter a rivalry down the road. They have a lot of history, and WWE could give them something great to work with in the coming years.